Grand Rising. Excuse me. Wow, it's fairly early, but I am learning to move when Spirit says move, and to be in the moment, to be in that space, because when something's put on my heart and on my conscious, I have to learn to just go with the flow of things and get in front of this camera, no matter how uncomfortable I am, no matter how prepared I am, and just let this energy flow in hopes to help any one of you, my reflections, in this hour, in this space on your journey. So many of us have and still are self-sabotaging our growth and our journey. We're making self-sacrifices, and the time for that, the time for self-sabotaging is over. It's time for you to become blunt, bold, but respectful at all times, because everything and every experience is a mirror reflection of our own path and where we come from and where we're going. However, you have to step into your full authority and be assertive in your own life, because every decision you make affects you either in the positive or the negative. You have to be responsible for you and everybody you allow to come in your space. And to your space, your life, your journey is either going to respect you by the boundaries you set. If there's no boundaries, there's none that's going to be respected. You're going to get walked all over. If you don't set boundaries for yourself, then how can you expect for someone else to respect those invisible boundaries? You don't have any. So there is no line that people won't cross when it comes to you. Set boundaries for yourself, because you are deserving, you are worthy, you are royal, you are worthy of boundaries. And anybody that disrespects you or hates you or lose love for you because you decided to set boundaries for yourself, that they don't need to be a part of your journey. They don't need to be in your life, period. Pooh, in the words of my daughters. Period. Pooh. I can recall times where, because for so long I was a people pleaser, and I did things that hurt me internally, that caused me nights of restless nights. I would do things that would cause me, to be unhappy with myself. I would make sacrifices for people that didn't even respect or even acknowledge that I made those sacrifices. But at the end of the day, are those same people going to be there for you when you decide to set boundaries? It's time for you to start looking at things and people that are around you for who they are there to receive and receive and receive from you. And because you think that you are helping them by sacrificing your energy, your time, your space, and you just want to win the love of these people. You just want them to see you for who you are, when they are just succubus. They are sent to suck you dry. And when they're done using you, on to the next. That's friends, families, foes, even your enemies sometimes come by just to use you and drain you of your energy, because that's what they want from you. They want that negative energy, feed off of it. It's time for you to set boundaries. Some of us are in relationships based upon the time we spent in those relationships. It does not have nothing to do with love. It has nothing to do with unity. It has nothing to do with where you're going. It has nothing to do with your personal growth. But you're just there because not only convenience, because you are making sacrifices for individuals and not setting boundaries for yourself. I can recall times where I've made self-sacrifices and knowing that I wasn't ready for intimacy, or that wasn't in my heart or in my spirit, but because I wanted to please my mate or that other individual, I would sacrifice my body, my holy temple, my vessel, my sacred space to please someone else, when I knew my heart wasn't in it. I knew the love that comes with laying with someone, with the magic that comes with laying with the mates, wasn't there. You have to not only set boundaries, but gain a love for yourself that oversees everything. You have to learn to respect yourself. Respect yourself. That way, that light and that respect radiates so brightly. It is so strong that everybody that enters your presence has that same level of respect for you. Since I've changed the way I treat myself, the way I view myself, the way everything around me is a reflection of that same love. Everybody that I encounter is very respectful. They treat me like I see myself, like I know who I am. Every encounter has been everything that I once dreamed of. I always knew in my spirit, in my divine being, that I was greater than what was put before me, that what was placed, how I viewed myself. Deep down inside, I knew there was much more to me than I had given myself knowledge of. Now that I know who I am, now that I am aware of my true self, everything around me is a mere reflection of that. Every encounter reflects the light within me. Every encounter. Once you remove yourself from the negative, you start to receive the positive. Once you remove yourself from that negative frequency, those negative environments, you stop having those negative encounters. You stop drawing and attracting that negative energy. It's as simple as shifting your consciousness. It's as simple as adapting a new attitude. It is as simple as adapting or adjusting to a whole new different lifestyle. But it starts here first, and you have to learn to set boundaries, because no matter how positive you are, no matter how conscious you are or how woke you are, if you're willing to continue to accept those same people, places, and things that is not feeding your vision, your growth, your feelings, that internal light, then you're going to attract the same people that's going to test you. I have individuals that try you, and they will test you just to see how true you are about who you are. Do you really love yourself? Do you really truly love yourself? Do you really respect yourself enough to not accept certain things to enter your space, to penetrate your space? They're going to test you. Are you willing to set boundaries? Are you willing to stop compromising? Are you willing to stop self-sabotaging because you don't believe in yourself? It's time to get real with you. I've had many days and nights I've gone with self-sacrifices, and it didn't feed my soul. It did nothing for me at the end of the day. Those temporary fix, they were. I am a healer, spiritual healer. I'm a spiritual counselor. I am a motivational speaker. My natural ability is to uplift people and to encourage. That's how I feed my soul. But not getting simple satisfaction, temporary satisfaction about appeasing people with material things and material things alone. I got just a little, satisfaction out of seeing the smile on people's faces by giving them things. But I have so much more to offer them than material things or things that this world has to offer. I love helping people, but let me help you beyond this realm. Let me help you beyond this consciousness. There's been many a times I've made those same sacrifices, and those sacrifices were costly. They were high-priced. And dealing with those things, I had to self-medicate. When I say self-medicate, I went through years of drinking. I was drinking beer. It went from 2 to 3 times a week to 5 or 6 times weekly, 3 and 4 bottles a day. And I'm not talking about 3 or 4 20-ounce bottles, baby. I'm talking about 3 and 4 40-ounce bottles. My favorite beer was Budweiser. Oh my God, I can't believe I did those things to myself. You know, the yeast and all the damage that it causes to the human. And I'm not going to tell you that I don't indulge in wine sometimes. I actually have found some vegan wine that I'd love to, partake of, and every now and then. But it's under my control. It's not influenced by negative thoughts or feelings. It's time for you to take your power back and say, the bus stop here. Somebody's getting off. Stop self-sabotaging. Stop letting that man freak on you and feel on you and touch on you when you know that you're going to pay for it with a price that's greater than what money can afford. Stop staying in those situations, in those situationships that are not filling your purpose, that is not pleasing to your soul, that goes against everything that you stand for. The bus stop here. Somebody has to get off. Stop laying and playing with individuals, exchanging sexual demonic spirits because it's pleasing to the body and not your soul and your spirit. Self-sabotaging. The bus stop here. Somebody has to get off. Stop with the self-sabotaging. Start setting boundaries. Stand in this moment in my authority, knowing that this message may have been heard before, but the delivery is coming from me. Maybe it'll resonate with you in a different way. I do this in love. I do it with honor and respect. I do it, although I do it with authority, I am humbled by every experience. Let me help you by saving you from everything that I've gone through if you are willing to listen. Stop the self-sabotaging and be a great day. I love you.